Scottie, what do you think triggered that kind of avalanche of threes in the fourth?
Um, we were just running great offense. We was attacking. Quick was getting into his groove, going downhill, kicking out. Uh, we was coming out on a great end of, you know, quick hitting threes, relocating. RJ hitting threes off quick drives, and Chris Boucher, finding him wide open as well.
When you're guarding an elite player like Durant, who's, you got to stop the ball from getting to him, how much of your defense would you say is sort of off the ball and keep making sure the ball doesn't get to him and denying those passes and stuff?
I think that was a part of our game plan. Just being able to make it difficult for him to get the ball as much as possible. I'm just being able to do my best, denying him, not allowing him to get the ball, but when he does get the ball, just being ready to activate and be able to guard.
How much of your improvement defensively do you feel like is coming from just being in the league and going through the league so many times that you have a better understanding of who guys are and how to defend them now from your IQ going?
Well, I feel like I've been a great defender. I've been a great defender since I entered the league. Fans just go unnoticed sometimes, but I just go out here and try to play winning basketball. That's what I was meant to. That's what I came into the league doing. If you see me in college, you'll see the same thing. Me guarding, pressing up full court, turning guys, just trying to make it hard. So I've been doing this. Just because people don't see it, I mean I haven't been doing it. But that's all I do. I'm a player that focuses a lot on defense and being able to activate, guarding. I move really well for my size. I have great length to be able to contest shots. I block shots, I rebound, I make adjustments on the fly. I do a lot of the things on that end.
What do you mean, like, to actually get to hear him talk about your defense praisingly like that? When you must have watched a lot of games growing up of him and scoring like crazy, and now you have to defend him and he's praising your defense.
Well, I think it's just my mentality, to be honest. That's my mentality when I step on the floor. I focus more on the defensive side than the offensive side. That's where it all starts for me. That's how I get hyped. That's how I'm super locked into the game. Once I'm really guarding on the defensive end, you'll see me. I'm way more locked in. But every night I'm always focused on defense.
You talked about the team being focused on that side of the ball as well. I mean, does the strategy change, like going into tomorrow, knowing you have another, offensive-minded person coming in instead of that you have to defend?
Oh, we know it's going to be difficult to guard those guys. They shoot a lot of threes, the most threes in the league, and they have guys that can really shoot it really well. So being able to try to limit them as much as possible, be able to contest, run them off the line, and try to rotate from there. It's going to be how we got to guard it. We know it's going to take a lot of effort, but we're willing to put our bodies on the line, and we got to do what it takes to win.
Yeah, I mean, you had kind of a couple of different types of games against Boston. I mean, you had one you took in overtime, another one obviously was one we probably all want to not remember. How much is Jakob kind of essential for you guys being competitive against a team like the Celtics?
I said that multiple times. Jakob is super important to this team. Being able to block shots, protect the rim. He makes a difference down there. And then on the offensive end, his float game is elite. The way he sets screens is so well. He has great IQ, great touch. He's super elite at his job, and he helps us in ways that nobody else can. So we love Jakob, and we need Jakob.
Feels like a lot of your biggest scoring games this season have come when you get to the free throw line a ton, and a lot of times those games come with like a corresponding dip in the number of three-point attempts. How are you approaching trying to find the balance between like taking what the defense gives you, but also sort of forcing the issue sometimes with physicality and trying to get to the line?
To be honest, I just play the game. I try to do what the defense is. Every defense is different. Defenses are doing different things now than what I'm accustomed to. Sometimes they bring more help. Sometimes they're fronting the post. Sometimes they're they're doubling off the post sometimes. So these are some things I haven't really experienced in the past. But I'm adjusting to it. Like I said, I play the game. It's a simple game for me. I'm a very unselfish player, so I like making those reads, but our coaches and our staff, they tell me every day to just try to continue with force each and every single day. So that's what I'm just keep trying to do.
The Raptors have really talked about trying to get the rookies and guys like yourself, I guess, more opportunities through the stretch run. What has the past little bit been like for you?
It's been good. I've definitely got a lot more burn on the court, a lot more experience playing with like Scottie, RJ, Quick, just playing with the vets. They continue to teach me things as I go. But I do think playing on the court more recently has definitely like built my confidence up and helped me really learn more about the game.
Where has your confidence grown? Where do you feel that, or what do you mean by that?
Like defensively, I really just now, not just now, but I'm really taking pride in it. I really enjoy playing defense, and the more and more I'm on the court, I get to guard more superstars, just more people every day, different archetypes, and I'm just learning more about myself, what type of defender I am, and then offensively, just shooting the ball with confidence. They're trusting me more with my shots. They see what work I put in and what I work on. So I say in those two areas.
Like last night, for example, you had a good chunk of minutes against Grayson Allen. Obviously, they're going to be running him off screens, trying to shake him loose. How have you kind of gained some knowledge in terms of navigating screens, getting skinny, or whatever it might be?
Yeah, early in the year, I definitely was struggling with that, figuring out how to navigate screens. I think the Indiana game woke me up playing against Tyrese Halliburton. So now I just kind of figured out how to stay engaged with my defender and then decide to go over or under, depending on what level the screen is at. And especially guarding people like Duncan Robinson, Grayson Allen, the shooters that come off pin downs. Just learn how to get into their hips and kind of navigate them off the screen so I can get through the screen easier.
Has been doing that without fouling? Is that sort of the next trick? I know it's not easier said than done.
I think I do a pretty good job of not fouling. Sometimes you got to foul though to get through the screen. They can't call all of them. So yeah.
What was it about that Indiana game?
Just the pace that he was playing with, especially like in full court, just passing the ball and running off screens a lot. I just kind of got caught up hitting a lot of screens, not really knowing how to go over or under. But yeah.
You were very complimentary of Scottie last night. How much of Scottie's defense when it comes to defending a superstar comes before the ball's in that player's hands?
One thing that's very unique, I would say, is to have a star player, to have a franchise player who's priding himself of being defense first guy, and when you look at the volume of work that Scottie put in college and the way he played at Florida State, the way he's playing now for us, you see that he's very intentional what he's doing. And a lot of times, Scottie, what he does really well, he knows personnel. And on some guys, he's going to do it more and earlier. On some guys, he's going to give them more room because they're better drivers. I don't know, is it because of 2K or he's just really watching a lot of basketball, but he really knows tendencies of players, and that's really helped him defensively.
How much of that, he was just here saying that he loves defense. Do you think that goes back, he was kind of the sixth man at Florida State, he played on a high school team that was loaded with other top talent, that he wasn't always the guy that was like, go get these buckets, be the offensive engine, right, that he could focus on defense?
That's a good point. I'm sure that it has something to do with that. But at the end of the day, I really think with Scottie, everything comes down to winning. Like, he really wants to win, and he believes, which I agree with him, and I believe that winning comes with defense. The better defense you have, the more defensive guys, defensive-minded players you have better chance of winning. So it's great that you have your star player and franchise player to have that mindset, and he's really helping and translating that to the rest of the team.
What's the strategy to make that transition that, both Scottie and Jakob were talking about how they love playing defense? What do you do to make sure that the whole team feels the same way about defense?
I mean, it starts with me as well, as a coach, complementing defense and understanding how much that helps the team to create a culture of winning, and how much that means to the whole team. And I think it's very important to recognize in a team setup when players are doing that, and there has to be a lot of accountability with all the players on the team to rise to the level that is needed in order to win. So it starts with me, it starts with star players, and trickles down with everybody in the organization.
Looking ahead to tomorrow's matchup against the best team in the East, one of the best teams. Is there a strategy that changes from how you played last night to how you play tomorrow against those guys?
For sure, as much as you're trying to keep your identity and to play the way you want to play, and for us that's being disruptive and being aggressive on defense and really using that as a player development for a majority of the guys. It's also important to know personnel and to know what other teams are bringing to the table and how they want to exploit some of your weaknesses or lack of size in some situations, certain matchups, and really try to find the best way how to fight that. So there has to be always, from game to game, there has to be always some adjustments, and then you got to adapt to the opponent as well.
I mean, Boston's coming here; they're really flying. And what about do you look forward to for guys like Jakob, like maybe Jameson, like Jamal? You're having more prominent roles in rotation against a team at that level, playing at kind of that peak level.
I think it's amazing for a lot of young guys, for rookies to be on the court and to get those reps. There was a situation last night when Booker drove the ball to the rim and he was close to the rim and he was using his shot fakes, and Jakob stayed down on shot fakes. And he did not jump and he did not pick up a foul. That's growth, because he was doing that for a big part of the year. You're always looking for those small things that they need in order to learn the league, to learn the opponents, and at the end of the day, that's going to help your team winning. And for those guys to get against type of talent that Boston has on the court, it's the best school ever. You can spend as much time as you want in the practice, in the workout. If you don't go out there and do it against real competition, it's not taking you anywhere.
You'll have Yak back, do you think?
Yak will be questionable for tomorrow. Still don't know. We'll see tomorrow.
I'm TJ Ford, and you're watching the Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest videos and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Works right into the lane, puts it up and in!
TJ flying to the lane, fades, fires, Onions, baby, Onions, timeout, Minnesota.